place here. I never would have expected these cars, a Desoto, a Lincoln, to be in the basement of an office building.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. We're fortunate to have it, which is good. And again, the collection we have is quite eclectic, ranging from 1940s to 2014 cars.
Can you tell me about some of these?
Absolutely. Actually, the Lincoln 65, that was the first car as part of our collection. It kind of fits what you think about 1960s big boat,
yeah.
But then the suicide door aspect of it, it's just a blast, and people today, you go to a show and open that up and they're like, what happens if it opens when you go down the road? One of those kind of things.
That's why they're called suicide doors.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And so people really enjoy it. And the whole top function, the trunk lid comes up and the top goes back.
Oh, we'll have to check that out.
It's a very interesting car to take to a show and show people. So, but you're right. But then we go from something like this to one of the most favorite cars in the collection is our Handyman Special. It's a 1954 Chevrolet Handyman. Back then it was just a work truck, and today it's a fantastic street rod.
Yeah.
Super cool. A couple surfboards on the roof maybe at some point, and
lots of chrome.
Lots of chrome, big grill. People like that one as well too.
And how about the other Chevy in the back?
Straight stock, bone stock. Not
really?
That car is that way it came off the line. Just a neat old car.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. We're with the light coming in the windows, showing the dirt on the car.
Yeah.
It's truly almost like a barn find.
Yeah.
Although it's not.
It looks like we wandered into an old, just an old. Why is this here? Who would ever thought that this collection would be in this basement?
That's absolutely true.
And the El Dorado here.
Yep. Again, 1976, 75. That kind of sets the tone for big, kind of the end of the big convertibles. That was really it. And again, you don't see many of them on the road. Great running car. I'd say put a trailer hitch on it and tow something behind it.
You definitely don't see many in a garage that also has a first generation Mustang.
That's right.
And what is that, a 59 Desoto?
59 Desoto, yep. Again, a great car to show. It's a four-door sedan, not super exotic like the Porsches and things are, but you put that car next to one of our Porsches and people walk to the Desoto every time.
Oh yeah, you don't see them every day.
No, you don't. And the swing seat and things like that to get in and out.
Oh yeah, we'll have to check out, make it easier to get in and out.
Absolutely, yes. If you're a lady with the skirt or the gentleman with a suit on back then, it made it very nice to get in and out of.
And you were telling me about the FORDILLAC?
Yes, we have probably my favorite car of the collection, a 1940 Ford, but the entire chassis is Cadillac. So we had special emblems made for it. We call it the FORDILLAC.
Yeah.
And a great car to drive. Goes down the road. A true 1950s era style hot rod. That is a fan favorite everywhere we go.
Very unique.
Yes, absolutely.
This whole collection is just it's just all over the place. But everything about it is interesting. And I never would have thought this would be in the basement of just an office building.
Well,
out here.
What's fun about the car hobby is that you do have the people out there that are very specific in what they like. A lineup of Corvettes, a lineup of whatever. And what we really like about our collection and just our taste in cars is they run the gambit. We're really car people, and so consequently, you've got a little bit of everything, which makes it fun.
I mean, are these the sort of cars you guys tend to insure? Or?
We do, and we're really car people first, insurance people second. Probably shouldn't say that, but I will. This is exactly what we do every day. These types of cars, people call in and first they want to know if you know about their car, and then you tell them, I've got one like it. That adds one level of connection that you just typically don't see with companies.
Because they know you appreciate the cars.
Absolutely, we do. We understand. We also understand what they go through as a customer. If the car breaks down, hey, we've all experienced it. The Lincoln here got stuck with the top up on a highway one day, and we had to have that car towed in. Absolutely, it happened. So we can appreciate what our customers go through because we live the lifestyle as well.
This is really cool. So I can tell you're a car guy. Now, when people are out there looking for insurance, what are some questions they might have?
Consistently, values come into place. How much should I insure my car for? That seems to be almost, they're more worried about that than anything else. A typical car collector, They don't have pictures of their children in their wallet. They have pictures of their cars. And so that's their main concern. So, you know, our underwriters in office that have been doing this 20, 25 years, I mean, we've been doing insurance for 50 years, quick to be able to help them with things like that. So valuation is key. How it's insured, so we want to make sure that people understand that it's an agreed value policy. So take this Lincoln, for example. It's insured right now for $30,000. If this building collapses, that we would get paid $30,000 for that car. It's called agreed value. You know, the other things are, I like to drive my car. We like to drive our cars. How far can I drive annually? Our program doesn't have any mileage limitations.
Oh, wow.
So we're like, enjoy it. You know, it's interesting. We've actually found that the people that brag about not driving their car very often are sometimes more of a risk than the people that drive them more, because they forget how to drive them. I mean, this is a much different car to drive than the Buick they're getting out of every day. And lastly, people are always wanting to know, I mean, our hobby is one where you're seeing younger people get involved with the older generation. Can my son, my daughter, my grandson drive the cars? We don't have an age limitation for drivers, which is a big point nowadays. So if you've got a grandson who's 18, 19 years old, or a granddaughter or whatever, they actually can use the car, which is very unique in the industry.
That's impressive.
It is.
Now, you were saying agreed value. Is there anything a customer can do to prove the value of his car or increase the value? Or how do you get to that agreed upon value? Yeah,
sure. So typically most cars nowadays, we've been doing this long enough, we're going to have a very good handle on what the values are right away. As far as increasing the values and things like that, you know, one of the things you don't see here are project cars, like you specialize in Eastwood, the tools and equipment. So when someone does go to someone like Eastwood and they, you know, repaint this or do that, anytime you make a betterment, the value goes up typically. So those are things that the customers can call and say, yeah, I just painted this or powder coated that, another $1,000 invested, can I raise my value? We do that all day long.
Oh, wow, that's
no
really
issues.
Nice.
Yep, absolutely.
So all these cars are restored, and like you said, Eastwood specializes in products to restore cars.
Yep.
If you're in the middle of a project, the middle of a restoration, can you protect that investment? Yeah,
you can, and that's one of, I think, the exciting things we like about working with you at Eastwood, is that a lot of your clients don't realize that that project they have in their garage, there's no coverage if their house burns down or the garage burns down. It's not like tools and equipment that they're buying from you. So we're unique in the fact that we can actually insure that project car. So take 68 Camaro, for example. It's just a shell and a chassis. There's value there. They have investment. Now, certainly it's not worth what it is when it's done, but we can actually insure it the way it sits there, and then as they improve along the way, we can increase the value until eventually it's a $50,000 car. The good part is, again, as they're working on it, as they make that investment, we can protect that for them.
And they just call, they take pictures, anything?
That's it, and we love pictures.
Yeah.
It's, you know, some of the folks in our office believe they got the best job on earth, because all day they get to sit and look at people's cars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, people would typically pay to do that.
Yeah.
We actually pay them to do that. So yeah, we love pictures. Send the things in, and if there's any question as far as trying to document what the value is, most people are pretty good at keeping receipts. Most of the time we don't need that, but it's as simple as a phone call or an email right from our website.
Awesome.
Very straightforward.
Well, thanks for the help.
Absolutely.
So let's go check out some of these other cars.
Let's do it.